There's only ever one thing that anyone really needs to manifest. And in this video, I'm going to talk about that one thing. Why this one thing is the most important thing that you ever need to focus on when it comes to manifestation. But before I begin, if at any point you find that this information is helpful, then please like and subscribe so more people have access to this video. The inner beast. You have a beast inside of you, a hungry, angry, thirsty Bengal tiger that's ready to pounce. Everyone has this inside of them. And you know where this inner beast is? It's right here. It's your mind. Your mind is this wild beast. If you are going to have any success when it comes to manifesting, you must learn how to tame this inner beast. I've talked a lot on this channel about programs, how we have these thought programs that are constantly running on loop, on automatic. And these programs are there because of our conditioning. We've all been conditioned throughout our entire lives to have certain beliefs, certain programs. When we're unaware that we're even running a program, that this software is just running on its own, then what you're going to keep seeing is the same thing in your life. That's why taming the mind, taming this inner beast is so critical. The most important thing when it comes to understanding your programs is simply to have awareness that you even have a specific program. Then you begin to break the attachment that you have to the program. The problem with our thoughts is when we identify with them, when we become attached to them, when we believe them. When you believe your stories, when you believe these programs that are running on automatic, that's when you're running into trouble. That's when everything that you see outside of you that you don't want to be seeing is there because you have simply identified, attached to the problems, these thoughts that are running in your mind. I really want you to hear this. Your thoughts are what trigger your feelings, what trigger all of these emotions that you don't want. But our thoughts aren't necessarily the problem. The problem is our identification with those thoughts. The problem is when we believe in those thoughts, when we believe in the stories. That's the problem. If you can become the observer, if you can step back and witness your thinking, that's when you stop identifying with the thought. Because in that moment, you can begin to realize, wait a minute, if I'm the one that's watching the thought, how could I be the thought? Your negative thoughts are the very thing that block any manifestation from becoming a reality. It's your doubts, it's your fears that stop your manifestations. So many spiritual practices have to do with calming the mind, calming the nervous system so that you can calm the mind, you can quiet the mind, you can find that still point within you so that you can begin to realize what it is that you really are. When you begin to quiet the mind, that's when you truly reap the rewards of all of these spiritual practices. It's sort of like tending to a garden, all of the watering and the soil and the fertilizer, making sure that you're pulling out all of the weeds. That's all of the pre-work. That's all of the quieting of the mind so that everything after that, all of the blooming and flowering that takes place, that's the reward. That's the benefit of having a quiet mind. That's when all of these spiritual gifts will be given to you. When we finally accept that we have this inner beast inside of us that needs taming, because what it does when it's untamed is it is running amok. It is ruining your life. It is what is causing all of your suffering. I promise you, when you gain more awareness, what happens is you start to trace your thinking and you realize, oh, I thought that thing, and that's what's causing me pain. I thought this thing, and it dragged me down this path of suffering. That is what your thoughts do. And when you identify with your thoughts, that's when the problems really begin. That's what's causing you all of your pain. Manifestation no-nos. The biggest manifestation no-no is when you're trying to manifest to change your outer reality. I know that statement might not make any sense because you're probably wondering, well, why in the heck would I ever manifest something if it wasn't to change the thing that I don't like? But when you're manifesting to change your outer reality, what you're telling yourself is that your happiness stems from the outer world. Anytime the emphasis on your happiness comes from outside of you, you've got it wrong. That is not manifesting. That is living in a state of not having. Whenever you are stuck in a state of not having, you will never have the thing that you want, because all you will continue to see, your perception, the filter that you're looking through, is the filter of not having. I hope that you can hear this. It is so critical. Let go of trying to change your three-dimensional reality. Instead, realize that you are the source. You are the very thing that needs to change to see the world differently. When you can perceive something differently, then your outer reality will change. Happiness, true happiness, isn't gained from anything outside of you. It's gained by knowing that that joy is within you. You have everything that you could ever want inside of you. You just don't realize it yet. You don't know that you are able to give yourself everything that you could ever want. And you do this by connecting with this inner part. Claim your birthright. Okay, here it is, people. I'm finally going to reveal the number one thing, the only thing that you will ever need when it comes to manifestation. And that very thing is remembering your divine nature, knowing that you are part of all that is. This is the holy grail of manifestation, because once you realize that you are limitless, you are infinite, you are part of Source, then there is nothing more to manifest. That is it. This is why there is such an emphasis from all of the masters to have self-realization. It's not just realization, it's self-realization. It's realizing who you are, realizing your true self, your true nature, your true identity as part of Source, as part of the Creator. Ponder what it is that you are. Stop trying to manifest and instead realize the truth of what you are. When you do this, you will find so much joy, so much peace inside of you. There is nothing more that you're going to want. You're not going to want anything outside. You're not going to seek the joy and the love and the peace from outside of you, because you'll realize that it's inside of you. You'll realize that it is you. So claim this birthright. Claim it now. Claim it all day long. Ask God, ask Source, ask whatever it is that you want to call your Creator, and say, give me this understanding. Give me this remembrance. Allow me to know it. I love you all so much. I really, really do. I really hope that this week you can practice this. You can let go of trying to get rid of all the resistance and the wanting and the needing and the desperation that you're feeling by looking for happiness outside of you. And instead remember that everything that you're seeking is here. It's in you. It is you.